Day 1. First stop, Northwest Coffee Roasting. We got a lemon poppy seed muffin, a pour-over, and a chai latte. After a short break at our hotel, we went to Vicia for dinner, which was incredible. We did the 3-course Let Us Cook For You prefix, which felt like 10 courses because we got to try so many things. You can pause to see what we got. Then we ran over to the Fabulous Fox for the Final Fantasy VII orchestra concert that David wanted to go to. I've never been to an orchestra concert like this before, even after playing in a bunch over the years, so it was pretty cool. I'm pretty exhausted now, so good night.
Day 2!
We started the day at City Foundry's food hall, which had a ton of food we wanted to try, but we ultimately decided on Kalbi Taco Shack and got a strawberry lemonade, 2 beef short rib tacos, a teriyaki chicken taco, and a sweet spicy pork taco. Then for a little treat, we went to Poptimism and got a Biscoff popsicle. I've never had one like this before with the cookie in the popsicle. We grabbed a yummy salted toasted pecan latte from Century Coffee Company, and then we left for Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, our first time. We saw I'm Still Here, which I thought was fantastic, and the reclining seats were incredible. We explored IKEA on the way back and enjoyed some snacks. Then we left for our Airbnb that we're sharing with friends for the week. We took a short stroll over to Platypus to pick up dinner. Platypus is a bar, but Eat Duckbill, where you can get food, is inside. We picked up some crispy tofu, Brussels sprouts, and popcorn chicken and enjoyed the Super Bowl at the Airbnb, which I was surprised by because neither of us watch football. Good night!
Day 3.
First stop today is Songbird, where we enjoyed a delicious brunch. We got mulled cider, cheddar grits, and a breakfast sandwich. We explored on foot a little more and ended up at the St. Louis Public Library, which is where I edited all my footage for this vlog up until this point. We walked a few blocks north to Left Bank Books, a really cool independent bookstore and one of the highlights of our day. We picked up a few books, including this one by Lin Yi Han that I'm excited to get into. Grabbed a gooey butter cake cookie at Hotbox Cookies, which was warmed up and actually better than I expected. And then we popped next door to Kaldi's Coffee Roasters. I got a brown sugar rosemary latte and it was just what I needed. The rosemary was perfect. Then we wanted a little snack, so we went to Pizza Twist Taco Twist. The whole thing was Indian fusion. Definitely never seen something like this before, and we might go back to try some more stuff. We got back to the Airbnb and our friends Sam and Lindsay arrived with their pup Honey. We went to El Burro Loco for our first meal together and it was so good. This queso had the perfect kick and the carne asada was exactly what I needed. Lindsay got the arroz con pollo and wanted me to film her food too. We stopped at Clementine's across the street for some maple bourbon salted pecan ice cream. We picked up a few things from Trader Joe's and called it a night. Day 4. David and I walked over to La Finca Coffee where I had a yummy vanilla latte. Spent some time playing with Honey while Lindsay was in a meeting, and we went to the dog park just a few blocks away. Worked on this vlog again, picked up some stuff Lindsay needed from Target, hung out with Honey and recorded some voiceover for this vlog. Then we headed to Salt and Smoke for dinner. I got a Lucky Club Cola, and for apps we got toasted wraps, a St. Louis classic, and fried pickles. Then we split a half rack of ribs, pulled pork, chicken, and brisket with beef fat fries. So tasty. The ribs had more of a dry rub, which is what I prefer. We left super stuffed. Lindsay and I did some biodance face masks, and we ordered Jenny's ice cream, my favorite. We rewatched last week's Severance episode and called it a night.
Day 5.
I did some work on my computer and then we headed over to Poke Dokie for lunch. I got a bowl with ahi tuna and spicy tuna and it was delicious. Then we drove over to Union Station for the St. Louis Aquarium and the ropes course. The ropes course was so fun. Lindsay and I were saying it's important to do things that nourish our inner child, and this sure did that. This was also the first zip line I've ever been on, and it was so cool. Then we spent a bunch of time at the aquarium, which was really one of the highlights of our trip because we all love animals. We got to touch fish, jellyfish, and stingrays. I'll just let you enjoy these clips actually without me yapping.
It's so weird feeling.
Wow, you're in there for a long time. You done?
There's so many. They look like little sharks.
So, oh my gosh, they're climbing
They're
out
like,
there.
they're like, there's a.
What is that? Listen to me, Jason. Yeah. Oh, everybody wants some.
Oh.
Hello.
Aren't they pretty?
At Finn, who is our brother that hangs out on the green spot, favoring a particular leg. Anybody seems to, and that's because we have asked these guys, the two sisters, Finn the
Straight down.
Oh my gosh. Great job.
We needed a coffee after that, so we went to Omen Coffee, and I really liked the brown sugar shaken espresso that Lindsay and I both got. Went back to the Airbnb and grabbed Emo's Pizza for dinner. I love thin crust pizza, so it was perfect. To end the night, we drove over to Alamo again and watched One of Them Days. I laughed just as much as I did the first time. Good night!
Day 6.
Spent some time on my computer in the morning, and then David and I went to the zoo. This was such a fun way to spend our last full day in St. Louis, and I highly recommend it. I generally have mixed feelings about zoos, but I could tell that this zoo really walks the walk when it comes to conservation efforts. It's also one of 3 free zoos in the entire country. It was pretty cold out, so we felt like we had the whole zoo to ourselves. Got back to the Airbnb and went to La Finca again for a matcha latte and their date night latte, which I really loved. I also got a strawberry empanada, and I got Lindsay an iced date night because I thought it was so good. We ordered in some Vietnamese food for dinner and spent the night watching the newest Severance episode and laughing super hard playing Jackbox games. We sure do love our friends. Good night! Day 7. We left pretty early for the airport. Bye, St. Louis. Since we left on Valentine's Day, Southwest gave us free alcoholic drinks. So fun, but I could only have a few sips. I love watching Manhattan from up high like this whenever I fly back to New York. We had a blast on this trip, especially because we were with 2 of our closest friends. There's still some things I had marked down that I didn't get to do this time around, like City Museum and trying gooey butter cake. So I guess that just means I'll have to visit St. Louis again. Thanks so much for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time!